Hey honey child, I'm Brandon Alter of the Spiritual Gayz. This is your tarot forecast for the week of November 7th. And this week we are working with the energy of the Two of Swords in the reverse position. Again, I'm not surprised, we are still in Mercury retrograde. The Two of Swords is known as the meditation card. Why is it called that? Well, with the two swords, you've got two forces, usually internal mental forces, sometimes external, and these two forces kind of are interlocking their horns with each other like two bulls of equal strength, and neither one is going to budge. And so when you have two forces of equal strength and neither one's going to budge, what do? You either exhaust yourself trying to push against an unbudging force, or you just take a moment to chill. And the Two of Swords is that moment to chill. It's like we're still sitting at the crossroads and we still don't know what decision to make. And I know, how can that still be true? Like 3 weeks later, we still don't know what decision to make. It's just the way that the heavens have organized it for us. So we still sit at the crossroads and we enjoy the crossroads. We go like, oh, I never noticed how gorgeous that tree was. And oh my gosh, there's some extra trail mix in my backpack. And oh my God, you're so beautiful. Like, let's make out. And that's the thing that we have to remember about Scorpio season, is it's not just about death, even though I know she's been talking so much about death. It's also about sex and our sexuality and the pleasure of our bodies. Because the thing is that our bodies, while they will one day die, right now we have them. And they have tremendous power in the sensuality of them. And that's part of that Scorpio-Taurus polarity. Taurus, Venus ruled, very sensual, very seductive, very gorgeous. And with a beautiful full moon in Taurus next week, Wednesday, it's trining Pluto, which means it's hugging the planet of transformation. And also Pluto is also known as like the god of the underworld, so also like the god of death in a lot of ways. And this full moon is also sitting right with Vesta. And Vesta is a planet, well, it's not really a planet, it's an asteroid, that rules over hearth and home. And so there's something about wanting to make yourself more at home in your body, and also more at home here on planet Earth. The Taurus full moon is sometimes known as the shaman's moon, because Taurus is the sign of the shaman. Shamans meaning those that are able to work with the spirits of the land, and work with just spirits in general to bring about health and healing and wholeness and well-being and information and power. And so this full moon wants you to start to be shamanic with your own body, maybe a little bit of sex magic. What is sex magic? Sex magic is where you use the energy and the power of having sex to manifest the things that you want. It's not just about getting your rocks off, it's about using that power to create something that means something to you. And you can do that with a partner, and you can also do it alone. It's really fun. So I just think that we want to remember that Scorpio season is giving us permission to unearth all of these things that make us uncomfortable. I mean, I don't talk about sex that often, but it's Scorpio season. I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to encourage you to talk about it and start to explore what makes you feel good and start to explore your sexuality. And if you don't know, then just sit there at the crossroads and touch yourself and figure it out, because this is the time to dive deep into yourself, pun intended, and figure out what is it that you really want? What is it that makes you feel good? What is it that's going to allow you to live your life with power and pleasure? And that full moon can help perhaps transform Pluto, planet of transformation, transform the shame and the psychological blocks and the old stories around who you thought you had to be that are preventing you from being who you really are. This would be a great week to come out of the closet, come out, wherever you are. But I just want to say, if you're feeling feisty, if you're feeling blocked, if you're feeling stuck, good, just stay there and make it nice while you stay there. What we resist persists. So by week 3 of Scorpio season, you know what you're resisting. You know what you're really trying hard not to look at and pay attention to, and that's the very thing that will save you and transform you and bring you to a whole new place in your life. Where are we? Asks Scorpio. Are we in fantasy and delusion? Are we in hiding? Or are we ready to face the truth and make friends with it? If you need help making friends with your truth, if you need healing, or a one-on-one tarot reading, or you want to take a look at your astrology chart, please don't forget that I am here to help, I'm here to serve, and you can reach out to me or my husband Angel, who is a fucking kick-ass astrologer, and he can help you look at your chart as well. And you can see maybe where this full moon is hitting your chart. you can see, where does Scorpio exist in your chart? So what is it really dredging up for you specifically? The more you know, the more power you have to work with these energies. And so until next week, I hope you start to find out a lot. Bye-bye.